Here are 25 new and updated apps that make your iPad even more useful. Powerful apps for virtual whiteboard and teaching. Have a pop-out timer across your iPad. Multiple apps for powerful transcriptions. Great-looking bookmark and save for later apps. And I enlist my kids to help explain 2 apps that they really love. And I'll be sharing the pricing for every app and which have great features even on the free version. First, I love trying different apps for tracking movies and TV shows, and the app Showline was recently updated. Now you can choose to have the menu bar here at the top or open the sidebar to navigate between movies and shows. You can add TV shows that you're watching, and you can even see when the next episode is coming out. And then you can tap the app to see all the places to stream it. You can also track movies that you want to watch that have already come out and movies that are coming soon, like Hail Mary, The Odyssey. You get cast information right here, and you can go over to the videos and watch something like the trailer. You can also discover new movies and shows here. It has great widget options. And if you want to sync it with something like Tracked, you can actually do that using their premium plan. It's either $1 a month, $10 a year, but I really love when an app offers a lifetime purchase, and you can do that for $50. But I love that they didn't paywall the actual numbers of movies and shows that you can add. Just that tracked syncing and other customization are behind the paywall. I'll show you another movies and TV show app later, but this next app is new for me. I heard it from my co-host, Max Sparky on Mac Power Users. But this is Whisper Memos. It's actually an iPhone app, but you can download it here on your iPad, but it also works on Apple Watch. And what this does is allow you to quickly record a voice memo. This can be ideas, maybe a task list, and not only will it transcribe and save it here in the Memos app, but it can also send you an email. And if you really want to do this on Apple Watch, this is one of the best apps for that. I'll stop the transcription here. After a few moments, you'll see it transcribe, but you can always jump into past memos, see the full transcription, and even get a summary right there. Then you can copy it, share it, send it via email, and it actually transcribes and summarizes very quickly. And you'll see you can use the Whisper Memos app on your Apple Watch. You can start a recording, and now that voice memo is being recorded on my Apple Watch. And when I hit stop, it's going to transcribe that and it will sync across all my devices. You can see it's uploading that one file, and it'll mark which memos recorded on Apple Watch with that little symbol here, and I have access to that memo on all my devices. It is $10 a month or $60 a year, but if you really want to do memos across your Mac, Apple Watch, and other devices, this is a great, fast, and lightweight app for that. Also, when you upgrade, you can choose from several different models, including ones from OpenAI, or you can choose the 11 Labs model here. Now, this next one technically is an iPhone app, but you can download it on iPad, and because it's a brand new weather app from the makers of the Dark Sky app, if you remember that, this is Acme Weather. Now, this is only available in the US and Canada right now, and it is $25 a year. They have a 2-week trial going right now, but if you loved a dark sky back in the day, you should give Acme Weather a try. One of the advantages of Acme Weather is it can give you a typical forecast, but also show you alternative predictions, both for precipitation and other weather conditions. And it is pretty opinionated about its font and design, so if you like that, this is a really nice option. Of course, you have the radar maps. You can change between temperature, precipitation, conditions, and it does have some nice widget options. So if I search for Acme Weather, you can still use these widgets on your iPad. You have the small, large, and medium sizes. And I can drag this and put it on a widget stack with the other widgets here on my iPad. And so even though it's an iPhone app, you can still have really nice widgets here on iPad. Next, I'm always looking for the perfect app to save things for later. And I mentioned this one in an iPhone video, but they have a great iPad app. This is QuickNotes Capture app. This app can live in the share sheet and you can send anything to it. Videos, articles, podcasts. Then you can have a beautiful list with images right here of all the things you're wanting to watch, listen to, and read. And you can create lists that are then subdivided into categories like videos. It's a really lightweight app, really fast. And let's say you were going to add an episode of a podcast, again like Mac Power Users. I co-host that with David Sparks, link above and down in the description. You can just tap the share button pretty much anywhere, put that Quick Notes Capture right here in the share sheet, and then this pops up. And once you tap it in the share sheet, you can choose to add it to a list right here. It will actually pause the little popover window, and you can even create a new list right here without even going to the app. So I'll call this podcast, tap create, and now it's saved this episode to my podcast lists. You see the list is right here, and there's the episode. I can tap it, and it'll bring me over here in Apple Podcasts. Quick Notes Capture, very reasonably priced at either $10 a year or $20 lifetime. You can use it for free and save a few items to see how you like it, but you'll need to upgrade if you want to keep saving those links. But there's another Save for Later app that's been recently updated, and you can use free forever. But before I get to that, another way to upgrade your iPad is with today's sponsor. Paperlike. Paperlike is simply the best screen protector for iPad, and their new Paperlike 3 is the latest iteration. It uses new nanodots technology without compromising screen clarity and gives you a paper feel experience, which is perfect for using the Apple Pencil. Now, I've not used screen protectors for many years. One, I didn't want to apply it myself, and two, I was afraid of bubbles. But the Paperlike application process is incredibly simple. You can get it for either iPad screen size, comes with 2 screen protectors in the box, and their multi-purpose helper tool, which helps you align the screen protector, gets out the bubbles, and this little hook thing for taking off the screen protector layers. It also gives you a clean room effect because it has a 4-layer sheet. Not only the screen protector, but a dust catching layer and 2 protective foils. The helper tool helps you get a perfect alignment, and there's even an interactive video guide that walks you through the whole process, even puts little symbols on the screen to help you get everything right. And again, I haven't applied a screen protector in years, but I got it perfect, no bubbles, first try. I actually met Paperlike CEO Jan at CES earlier this year, and he applied a Paperlike perfectly in the middle of the show floor with thousands of people running around. So trust me, you can install it yourself. And whether you do drawing on your iPad, take notes with the Apple Pencil, or like me, I actually edit all my audio podcasts on iPad, Paperlike has such a better tactile feel with Apple Pencil and your iPad. Running it across the screen or writing, editing podcasts, all of it feels way better with Paperlike. It gives you ideal friction with consistent tactile resistance and sensory feedback. And the touchscreen is just as responsive whether you're using your fingers or the Apple Pencil. So you can get Paperlike today. Just scan this QR code here on screen, or the link is down in the video description. Remember, you get 2 in the box, and I actually only needed 1 because it went on perfect the first time. So scan here, link is in the description, and my thanks to Paperlike for sponsoring this video. All right, the second save for later app I would recommend is Raindrop. This was recently updated, has a beautiful design. You can also create custom lists here in the sidebar. You can save all kinds of media, including podcast episodes, videos. It works from the share sheet, just like the Quick Notes capture. You just tap share, tap Raindrop. You can still add it to a list here from this popover. You can also add a note about this link and tags. And the best part is Raindrop is free. You can keep using it, add as many saved links and articles as you want. But there are some more powerful features under its subscription model. It's either $3 a month or $30 a year. And now you can get full text search across all the articles and links you've saved. You can have reminders. Also has this permanent library feature, so if you've saved an article from a website and then that website goes offline or out of business, Raindrop will actually save a copy of that article so you have it forever. Also, annotations are available, duplicate finder, broken links, automatic backups, and the Pro plan gives you 10 gigabytes of new files to upload every month. But again, even if you just use it on the free version, you get unlimited bookmarks and collections free forever. Now this next app is called Explain Everything. This is ideal for teachers, but basically anyone who wants a virtual whiteboard or be able to present something from their iPad. Explain Everything is the way to go. Now the free version is very limited. You can only have 1 slide or something you're presenting, and you can't really use any of the templates because these require multiple slides. But as you can see, there are tons of templates for teaching different activities, different subjects. But one feature you can use for free, which might be worth it, is just the Whiteboard Live feature. So here, I'm going to choose to project to an external display. Here you can either connect your iPad via an HDMI cable or just use screen mirroring on your iPad. So I'm actually going to screen mirror to an Apple TV. I'll do it here to my studio. And once you start screen mirroring, Explain Everything recognizes that you started a screen mirroring session. You can choose from a new blank canvas or choose from template. Again, the templates are going to make you want to upgrade, but I'll choose just a blank canvas. And the powerful part here is you can switch from mirroring, seeing everything on the iPad screen goes on the Apple TV. So as you can see, this is the iPad on camera in the picture-in-picture, and what's being shown on the Apple TV is large. This is in that mirroring mode, which you can see the iPad is now in that 4:3, but I can switch to second screen mode, and now I have the blank canvas on my Apple TV, and I have all my tools here on my iPad ready for me to write. And if you upgrade, you can even record the screen, so you'd have a video file of everything you're doing on this virtual blackboard. But now I can write on the iPad. I can choose different tools, like whether it's chalk or just a pencil, and I'm writing here on my iPad with all my tools visible, but on the screen or Apple TV that you're screen mirroring to, you get that full widescreen presentation. Then I can change colors, I can keep writing, and this gives you a great virtual whiteboard on your iPad sent to your TV. And again, this is available for free using the Explain Everything app. Of course, you have different shapes you can draw. You can type text. You can do things like arrows that are animated. So here the tip of my Apple Pencil is actually pointing to something on the whiteboard, Lots of cool tools here. And you can even collaborate with others, connect to someone, and they can remotely add things to the whiteboard. You can have someone scan a QR code to join this live session. Just really cool features here in Explain Everything. Now, if you do want to upgrade and get all those advanced features and the templates, you get a free trial for 7 days, and then it's $70 a year. But if you do a lot of that virtual teaching and you really like those whiteboard features, use the templates, Explain Everything is a really cool app. Now, there's 2 other apps here which are great for kids and adults, but I'll let my kids explain them to you. All right, what app is this?
Focus Friend.
Focus Friend by Hank Green. How many rooms do you have here?
4.
Okay, so what is the purpose of this app?
It's supposed to help you focus on stuff you're doing.
So it's supposed to help you like not use your iPad while it's doing stuff, right?
Yeah, but that messed up the screen time, so if you press stop focusing, it's supposed to make you feel bad for the bean, but...
What did you name your bean?
Colonel Pinto.
Colonel Pinto.
Yeah, you can see the name like right.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
And so as you wait and focus, what do you get?
You get socks. So right now I have 132 socks. Next thing I'm trying to get is this dresser thing. It's 600 socks. And for everything, there's different colors of lo-fi. Then there's different colors of greenhouse. And then the exclusive things, which you need Focus Friend Plus for.
So we didn't pay for this, right? You're just using the free version?
Yeah.
So what does the Plus version do?
The Plus version gives you scarves. So if I go to one of the rooms, I have everything. This desk. You can get lo-fi space for 300 scarves.
How much is the Plus? $2 a month, $15 a year, $30 lifetime. But you've been using it for free for like months.
Whenever you showed it to me, I think it was like November.
Yeah.
So,
What was the most expensive thing you bought with socks?
Well, it gets more expensive as the room goes on. So like this dresser is $1,000. There's something.
How long does it take to get a sock?
You can use a slider to do like minutes. I typically do 2 hours because I do work for a multiple of 2 hours, and you get around 110 to 120 socks.
Okay.
For 2 hours of focusing.
Oh, that's pretty good. So you like it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, deep focus is the thing that messed us up.
This messed us up because that was activated.
Wait, can we show it? Like what it does?
Yeah, so basically Focus Friend locked us out of different apps and couldn't even request time or approve. And I thought it was an age restriction issue, but it was actually because Focus Friend now has control over the screen time settings. And so we had to disable that in order to do it. So just a little quirk there if you use screen time with Focus Friend. It might lock you out of apps, and if you're not sure why, it's because of Focus Friend. But other than that, like you could turn it off and then it's fine. But yeah, so that's Focus Friend. All right, so what app are we talking about?
Finch.
All right, go ahead and open it. Where's Finch?
Well, it could be here or here.
Oh, it's got a widget. Okay.
Yeah. I can go in here and see the message that they sent me, then I can send it back.
Okay, wait. So what is the point of Finch? What does it do? It helps you like develop good habits, right?
Yeah, so you can put like any goals here. You can enter like any goal or just do one of these.
Okay. And then you can also connect with friends, right? So you have people in here. And so what, can you see their houses?
Yes,
or whatever
you
built? Okay.
You can see their outfits. That's Reese's.
You can even see what task they've done?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think it's only if you're friends with them, though.
Yeah. And this is free, right? You haven't paid anything for it?
No.
Are there ads?
No.
Oh, no? What is there like a subscription you can pay for?
Yeah, it's, which one is it? Finch Plus, and then you have to pay.
And what does Finch Plus give you?
You can get, like, more clothes, more, of the rainbow gems.
Oh, okay. But you've not needed to do that. You're on the free thing.
Yeah.
Does it actually help you develop good habits?
Well, it's kind of just things I do every day, but yeah, sometimes.
Okay, all right.
And then you can, like, go in here and you can do that. And
like different clothes and items and stuff?
Yeah, this resets every day, and then this is just things you can get anytime. And then for furniture, then you can, like, do a different color for your bird, like blue beak.
Well, that's super fun. You enjoy it?
Yeah.
Next, let's talk about some video player apps. This app is called KidKino, and the idea is to add videos to it manually, either by files or a cloud service. And then you can enable guided access mode for your kids, and then they can only watch what's in this app. So here I loaded one of my reel videos. You can launch KidKino, and now probably especially useful for younger kids, they can only watch the videos that you've added to the app. Now it does upload these videos, and then it can be streamed down. So this is different than playing videos that are locally on your iPad. You can add videos that are local on your iPad, and then to exit this player mode, you have to put in at least your birth year. But if you enable guided access, you could literally lock this iPad to this single app, and then only the videos you add here can be played. You can also ask family members to send videos via a link. They can upload something, and it will be available here in KidKino. It is free, but only for one video, so you can upload like a movie file. Otherwise, it's $20 a year. Now, if you prefer a free video service, VLC is a great app on the Mac, and it's available here on the iPad as well. And the great part is the VLC Player app can just look at sources on your network. So if you have a Plex server or just any network attached storage and you want to play video files off of that, you can use the Plex server, but you can also connect cloud services like Dropbox, Google Drive, and even use your iCloud files. I did log into my Dropbox here, and I could go to something like the movies folder on my Dropbox and actually stream these using the VLC app. I don't have to download them to my device. So I'll play my High School Musical, Into the Woods Act 1, and now I'm streaming this video file from my Dropbox to VLC app here on my iPad. And yes, that is me in high school right there. VLC app, totally free. Not even an option to subscribe to anything. Great app. Next, if you want a different way to be able to focus on your work, this app is called FocusFlight. It really wants you to upgrade. You can see the upgrade pricing here from $4 a month, $19 annually, or $34 lifetime. Always appreciate a lifetime purchase option. But you can also use it for free. You just get limited routes. But what this app does is basically simulate as if you were on a plane for a certain amount of time. Let's say you want to focus for 30 minutes. Well, you can choose book my flight. You can even choose what seat you're going to be here on the plane. Let's say I'm just trying to get some work done, confirm. You even get quasi boarding passes for all the times that you've focused. But I'll tap check in. And once you're ready for takeoff, it will actually start the virtual flight. You have a really cool maps view so you can see yourself leaving from your airport of choice, distance remaining, time remaining. You do have to unlock for the window view during the flight. I can go over to the satellite view if I prefer. You can even turn on things like raindrop sounds, airplane sounds, and it's kind of just a nice visual and a timer to let you know how long you're focusing and give you a nice view. Again, you have to upgrade for that window view, but cool idea. That's FocusFlight. Next, this app is called Pop-Out Timer and is a great use of live activities and picture-in-picture. So it is locked to a 5-minute maximum timer unless you upgrade. It's a $12 lifetime purchase or $4 a year. Appreciate the lifetime purchase. But if you want to start a 5-minute timer, you can set that. But now that the timer is starting, I can put that in picture-in-picture mode because it's basically imitating a video. And now I can go around, do other things on my iPad, and I have a timer just going in the corner. Technically, it's not a live activity. It's just playing a video file and acting like picture-in-picture. But honestly, it's a pretty slick way to get a constant on-screen timer. This way, if you're cooking something, making tea, it's just always going to be there in the corner of your eye. Then you can always expand that picture-in-picture and you're back in the app. Also works for stopwatch, but again, you have to upgrade for that. Next, I've mentioned this app before on the iPhone, but there's also a great iPad app available, and that's Foodnoms. I've been using Foodnoms to track everything I've eaten for the last 200-something days. Oh yeah, 228 days is my current streak. But Foodnoms for me, the best app for tracking your food. It's easy to add favorites, so I can just tap add food and I have some favorites up here. Also, there's smart suggestions for things that you've logged previously. If you're trying to stay under a calorie goal, you can go in here, view the charts, see how many days you are actually under your calorie goal, how many days you went over. Easy to set goals of either maintenance or losing weight. Again, I'm going to do a full in-depth video about this when I hit a particular goal, which I'm pretty close to, but Foodnoms is the best. And it also has a great widget that I actually use on the iPhone, but you could put it here on the iPad, which allows you to log things, and it's going to intelligently suggest things throughout the day. It'll change, and I can just tap log right here, and it logs it in Foodnoms. For individuals, it's $6 a month or $40 a year. You can share it with your family. It's a little more, but if you're looking for a great food tracking app and the other ones haven't worked for you, I tried all the other ones before, Foodnoms is the way to go. Now, we already talked about movie and TV shows with the Showline app, but I have to mention Sofa. I've been using Sofa for several years. I keep track of the movies and shows that I have watched. I have different smart lists here for movies that we're going to watch with the family, movies just for me and my spouse, movies that I want to be watching soon. Has all the great features that when you jump into a movie, you can see the synopsis, you get the runtime, you can tags, it tells you where to watch. I love the Sofa app, but I'm going to be talking more about Sofa in the near future because I think there's a big update coming, so stay tuned. It is $4 a month or $30 a year, but not only can you add books, movies, TV shows, and video games, but there's even a full podcast player here in the Sofa app. So you can listen to my weekly tech podcast, Primary Technology, that I do with Jason Aten. There's links to listen to it in all the apps here in Sofa, but you can actually just listen to it here in Sofa. So I'll go to the podcast episodes, I could go to my things to listen to list here, and I can start listening to an episode right here in the Sofa app. Next, let's talk about other transcription services. We talked about Whisper Memo, but what if you want to transcribe audio files directly here on your iPad? Well, I still love the Transcriptionist app. Incredibly powerful, you can choose from several different brains or models. Here in the AI Brain section, you can actually use the built-in Apple Intelligence models, or you can download things like the large V3 Turbo, which is really accurate, a little slower, or even the largest model, but I'll actually use that when I'm transcribing a YouTube video to get super accurate subtitles. You can create a new document, add an audio file, and you can see here I'll go to one of the past episodes that I've transcribed, really accurate transcriptions, and then you can export this in various formats. You can try it for free. It's $3.50 a month or $20 a year. If you're transcribing a lot, highly recommend Transcriptionist. But another option is an app called Aiko. This is from the incredible developer Sundre Sorhaus, which makes things like Supercharge and the Short Cutie, AI Actions Shortcuts app, all of that. And this can also transcribe audio files for you. Less options, less UI, but it is a one-time purchase of $25, no subscription model here. You can see the transcription already appearing. I can jump into the settings. Once it's transcribed, you can download it, copy it to the clipboard, search it. You can also record audio directly into the app. But the reason why I really like Aiko is you can use it in Shortcuts. Now, while Shortcuts has a built-in transcribe action, on the iPad and iPhone specifically, it will tend to fail on longer audio recordings, especially those over 2 hours. But I can search for the Aiko app, and here I can use its transcribe audio action. And as you can see, you need to add the wait to return and then get clipboard after you add the Aiko action here. But you can even choose to translate this to English from the Shortcuts action. You can optimize for subtitles, choose the shortcut input, or just ask for a file every time you run the shortcut, and then just add the wait to return and then get clipboard action, because the Aiko action will actually just put the full transcript on your clipboard, and then you can do whatever you want with it after that. Really powerful app, and it's a one-time purchase. This next app is actually from Procreate. I didn't even know this app existed. It's called Procreate Dreams. It is a one-time buy of $13. And I don't really know what to do with it, but it looks like an incredible animation style app. Now there's several example projects here, and so it's basically a video editor, but some of the projects really show you what's possible. So this project right here, you can see it has multiple layers. There's some animated effects, and you can even add things like flipbook style animations, and you can draw each frame right here in the app. You see you can go frame by frame, plus you can just add drawings, other shapes, import video files to overlay. Honestly, just a really interesting app, and if you want to play around with some of this kind of animation style videos, maybe for shorts and reels too, it looks really cool. That's Procreate Dreams. Links to that and every app that I'm talking about are down in the video description. Next, if you're looking for a new productivity, calendar, and task app, this is NotePlan. You can get a 1-week trial. I tried this on my Mac first. It is $12 a month or $100 a year, but if you want an all-in-one place for managing your calendar, events, projects, NotePlan looks really interesting. I'm gonna play around with this more on my Mac and iPad, but wanted to mention it. You can even create spaces where you collaborate with friends and family, so this can be a collaborative project management tool as well as personal. If you're looking for a new app, I would recommend checking it out. I'll have to dive deeper, but if you use it, let me know down in the comments or something similar that you think I should recommend. Next is another app that I'm going to start using with shortcuts, which is HTTPBot. This is really a special use case type app, but if you're going to use API requests, and maybe you need to authenticate with user credentials, trying to do that directly in the Shortcuts app can be pretty difficult. But here you can do JSON, API, and other query requests in HTTPBot. And then in Shortcuts, you can see HTTPBot has a bunch of different actions, including making a request with variables. And if I add something like the make request action, I can then choose from any request that I've set up in the HTTPBot app here in Shortcuts. So if you're doing things with APIs, signing ins, OAuth, HTTPBot is a great app to simplify that process. It is $20 a year or $80 lifetime purchase, no subscription. Now real quick, to mention some apps that I use almost every day here on my iPad. Of course, Pixelmator Pro was recently updated with Apple's new Creator Studio. It is now a powerful application here on the iPad. You get all the tools you know from the Pixelmator app on Mac and the file sync. So this is a Pixelmator file that I first created and edited on my Mac right here on my iPad. And it seems to be opening these larger files again. That was a problem I had initially with Pixelmator Pro on iPad. It wouldn't open my thumbnail files, but it's actually working now, so recent updates seems to have fixed that. Of course, Pixelmator Pro is part of the Creator Studio subscription. There's no more one-time purchase option. Now, another app I've talked about many times in the past, but was updated for iPadOS 26, is the ForScore app. Now, I've used ForScore for many years for sheet music. My wife still uses it when she's practicing her flute. She's the principal flutist in an orchestra, and she's even used ForScore during performances. You can even do things like turn pages with the blink of an eye. And you can see it was updated for liquid glass, and it is simply the best app for digital sheet music that you can find. You can use it for free. There are many features available there. I know I pay for ForScore Pro. ForScore Pro is $15 a year. Family sharing is a little more expensive, but if you want to use your iPad for sheet music, ForScore is the only app you need to think about. Next, if you manage video or photo files on your iPad, this is a great app called MediaInfo. It's a $3 annual subscription or $8 lifetime. I would just go lifetime. But you can choose a file from your iCloud Drive or just your Photos app, and you can see all the metadata for that file right here. This data can be hard to see on the iPad and iPhone, so great option here, MediaInfo. And the last two here, when it comes to reading news, I still use a bunch of RSS feeds to browse the news every day, especially when I'm getting ready for primary technology, and I still use Reader Classic. It is a $5 one-time purchase, no subscription. You can even add things like YouTube channel RSS feeds, and you can access those here in the Reader app. I absolutely love Reader Classic, and I'm just going to keep using it. And finally, a great app that you can use on your iPad is the Circle app. Circle is where you can interact with lots of different communities, including things like my Shortcuts community. We're only 45 people away from 4,000 members in the community, so you could join for free at shortcut.bot. I'll also put a QR code you can scan in a minute. But join for free, interact with lots of other Shortcuts enthusiasts. You can ask for Shortcuts help, even submit shortcuts that you've built that you want to share with others. And if you become a member, you support me as a creator and the community, and then you can join me for weekly Shortcuts live streams where I share new shortcuts, build them live on screen so you can learn how to do it yourself. You can watch all the live stream replays here in the space. Links to download all the shortcuts I talk about, also part of those replays. You can download my Shortcut of the Week where I share new shortcuts here before anywhere else. You can search my Shortcuts database and a ton more. So scan this QR code or you could join at shortcut.bot. Then use the Circle app on your iPad to browse all the shortcuts, search for it, interact, and I would love to see you there. Help us get to 4,000, go to shortcut.bot. And if you want to see my last Shortcuts video, I'll link that right up here as well. Plus I got another Shortcuts video coming soon, so get subscribed, hit that like button, and I think there might be some new iPad news coming very soon, so get subscribed for that as well. And if you want to hear about my favorite apps on Mac or iPhone, I've done lots of roundups like this video right here, which are the 35 apps that I install on every Mac that I buy. It's what I use for audio, video production, screen recording, and more. So you can watch that here. Let me know if you have any questions or iPad apps that you've discovered recently that are worth sharing here in a video like this. I'd love to hear about it. If you have any questions, leave comments below as well. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you next time.